What's up, YouTube? It's Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and today I'll be bringing you a look at the brand new Guy Hollingworth Burgundy edition. Now this is part of the Monogram Deck series that he came out with. The last one was the Emerald, and this one is the Burgundy. So let's take a look at this tuck here. So you can see that's his logo / initials for Guy Hollingworth. And they went for kind of an understated elegance with the deck. So the tuck is very minimalistic. You see it just has the monogram of the initials. And then there's the full name. And on the back here, you do get to see, this is the actual back of the cards. So it's got a nice pattern to it. And then on the inside of the tuck, it's just a little bit of the pattern there. But, you know, no writing or anything like that. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so with this deck, they did include a gaff of, it's the King of Diamonds, and you can turn it into the King of Clubs. So, nice gaff to have. And then you'll also notice that you can turn it King of Spades, King of Hearts. I mean, any way you want to do it. It's basically a quadruple gaff card. So this is, this is the first time I've seen anybody include this in a deck. I just recently started collecting, so, you know, don't kill me if you've seen this before, but this is the first one I've seen in a standard deck. So, yeah, you can go Hearts, Clubs, Diamond, Spades. They're all there. So that's pretty cool. And then they did include a double backer. And again, I'll just close up on this so you can see that this is the back of the card. It's got the monogram in the middle and then also kind of throughout here. And one thing about these cards, as we take a look at the Joker, is basically they say that they are, it feels 8 cards thinner than a normal deck. So here's the Joker. I don't know if you want to call it a reveal. I guess it kind of is. He's got the Ace of Spades in his hand on both Jokers. So I wouldn't really call it a reveal because both of them have it. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess you could work that into a trick somehow. So these cards, I don't know that I can really show you in any particular way that they are thin, but when you're holding it, it feels thinner. It doesn't feel as thick as a regular playing card. So that's what they were going for, and that's why they say that, you know, the deck feels like it's 8 cards thinner than a standard deck. And again, you see the monogram here for the Ace of Spades. Now this is, the pips are all custom. Let me make sure that I am focused in for you. And then the court cards pretty much look like standard bicycle faces. If they're not, I apologize, but they really look like they're just standard faces. You know, the coloring is a little bit different, but it does have the custom pips in the corners. So again, this is the latest in the Monogram series, and the last one was the Emerald deck, which I was not able to get my hands on, so I'm glad I was able to get this one right when it came out. And again, this is from Guy Hollingworth. Now, I picked up this deck from Dan and Dave's website. So I will leave a link in the description where you can pick these up. They have it on Dan and Dave, and then Dan and Dave also started kind of a spin-off website, if you will, called The Art of Play. So you can also order cards from that website. It's kind of a collector's website where you can see rare decks. And then they have them for sale. They might even be for trade on there. I'm not sure. But I will leave a link in the description. And as far as working the cards, fans look good. Front fan, I'll show you the rear. And the cards feel good. Like I said, they're a little thin. But it doesn't affect any kind of usability or workability. If anything, it just kind of makes them work a little bit easier because they're a little more flexible. I don't know if you can see that, but these cards flex pretty easy. So they're not super thin. They don't, you know, they're not going to feel like they're see-through or anything like that. But you can tell, like if you go to palm the card or anything like that, you can tell that it's easier. Because when I hold it, sorry, there you go. When I hold it, it's a little easier to get it palmed. But yeah, as far as the way the cards feel, they feel great. The back, for me, the back is a little bit busy. You know, to each their own. Just for me, it just feels like there's a lot going on, even though there really isn't. It just feels that way. But, you know, if you're going to do cardistry and move it around or anything like that, I think it would be good because you have that center focal point. And this kind of, it reminds me of, I don't know, like if you're using a camera or something like that, like you're bringing it into focus. So maybe you could use that to your benefit. But for any intents and purposes of Magic or cardistry, I feel like these cards are great. I mean, they feel great. They look great. There's a nice subtle elegance to them. You know, there's nothing fancy on the front. That's why I kind of expected the back to be a little bit more muted, just because the front is very simplistic. I mean, they went for a minimalist kind of look. But, again, it works for anything that you plan on doing with them. And I'll leave a link in the description where you can pick these up. And, again, this has been your look at the Hollingworth Monogram Burgundy Edition. All right, that's it. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right,